Okay. Are we live? Yeah. Hello. Sorry. Are you staying or going? Can you go? Look at her. She's such a ham. What are you doing? No, go up there. Hi. Hey, everybody. All right, Luna, go. Go. Come on, Daddy's got work. Go. 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 No? All right, she's staying. No, those are my Gundams that I've never actually built. Thank you. Hey everybody. I'm not really worried about people filtering in. People will come as they're able, or of course, actually, let me make sure that this is correctly in Patreon because I would hate. Oh, now you want to go? Oh, no, you're gonna lay down. Okay. I would hate for something to be off and then. No, okay, it's there. All right, it's there. Let me just change the date really quick. Sorry, I just got done doing a voiceover gig, so my brain is a little 9:27. Okay. So, wow, another month. Afternoon. Isn't that crazy? It's already another month gone. Absolute madness. So, what do we have to report? Hello. A few things of note that I'd like to change and prioritize. So, and then we'll talk about me, and then we'll talk about you listening to these pieces. Good evening. So first things first, I was talking with Kremen. Kremen had a great idea where instead of the Turandot tier, which is the highlighted tier, or no, it's the green highlights. Instead of doing two pieces, I'm just going to bump all of those up to the beginning of the stream. So it'll probably end up, however many there are of that tier, that's what'll be first. That way, that's like a priority thing. We'll do it that way. That way I'm fresh for those analysis, and then we can just enjoy listening to music with a little bit less commentary. That's one thing we can do. And then second, I think I've decided to not terminate, but just put pause on the request tier. That is the $100 tier. You're more than welcome. If you're already a part of that tier, you of course can stay there. Certainly I appreciate that, but I think for where I'm at in the journey of like this YouTube career, I think taking requests is actually problematic at this stage. Now, not necessarily, because it has allowed me to figure out how to create videos around themes. So like if someone has requested a song, instead of like focusing on the song, and this is something I've noticed too, in a way that we can dance sort of together. If a person requests a song that is not super popular, for instance, Jay requested like a song from Jurassic Park, like it's basically like a city builder game. What's really cool about that is that I can create a theme around that song. That song alone would get absolutely no views, right? But if it's structured around a thematic idea, it actually tends to do pretty well. And what I've seen is that most of those views, the thematic videos, end up being returning subscribers or returning viewers, and they tend to bottom out, which is okay because my goal is to always try to reach like 10% of my audience. And those thematic videos have done exceptionally well in that essence. So I think I think that that's something to really think about. And so I don't want to say like, if you're at that $100 plus tier, if you'd like to leave, by all means. If you want to stay, I would love that. But I just think it gives me a little bit more freedom to be able to make the content that I want to make based around the things that I want to do. And you know what I mean? You thought it was your job to drag the average views down. Actually, you can actually request anything you want, because the weirder the better. The weirder the better, because then I can make a video. The weirdest video game music. The weirdest games with incredible music. Like, there's so many options. And that's a really exciting prospect to me too, because it means that all the effort that I have put into something will actually be seen. And obviously I also do it because I enjoy it, but it's that weird middle line right now where it is a job, and I love it and I respect it and I'm grateful for it. And, I need to also sustain it. You know what I mean? I also really like that concept. Yes, I agree. It's fun. And as we saw on my birthday live stream, the like thematic ideas are so much fun. And clearly people enjoy them too. So what I want to do is be able to, and this is why we're starting at 1:00. So we have more time to talk, and it feels less like, okay, we just have to like barrel through this, because this is really like a chance for us to have a conversation rather than me be like, okay, so the other thing about that is that, like, I really am so grateful. I feel like we have such a very wonderful, a really, really wonderful group of patrons. And I just wanted to let you know, I know I say I'm grateful every time, but I really, really just am so thrilled that I feel very, very, I know that no one here probably thinks this way, and then maybe I should be careful too, so it doesn't become weirdly parasocial, but I do feel very protected. And I do feel very valued by you. And whatever happens on the outside of the world, of the internet world, I feel that in my patron chat, there's like a group of people that are very kind, very supportive, will call me out in a not disrespectful way if something happens, especially you, Ivy. So I feel very, very encouraged by you all. And I think that that's ultimately what I love about this whole conversation and this whole private stream that we have, is that it's really an opportunity for us to chat, and have it be like real. And I really value that. So, I know I say it every stream because it's important to me, but really thank you for just, it's hard. Making money is difficult, like for all of us, for me, for you, for everybody, and I feel very privileged to be in the position that I'm in. Obviously I always want to keep growing, but it's nice. I really appreciate it. The other reason why I'd like to do away with the sort of request tier is because I've been streaming more, and I'm not saying that I'm like going to leave the YouTube scene and become a streamer, because I burn out on streaming pretty frequently. But the one thing I would say is that it was really fun to play Black Myth Wukong. It's really fun to do these live streams where we're listening to music, having conversations about music, where I don't have to feel a stress or a pressure to make sure that I'm dotting my T's and crossing my I's. Because, like, for instance, on Tuesday, I'm going to start playing Bloodborne again. I'm really excited to play Bloodborne again. I haven't played Bloodborne in several years, and I'm thrilled to be able to play it. And so not worrying about, being worried about making sure that things are being done is helpful. So, okay, so then I'm going to pivot now to my news. Everything's really good on this end of things. Things with AMG are very good. I did that SMT5, SMT5 thing for the non-gamer reacts video with Kevin. That video was great. I was really thrilled with that video, and those videos continue to be wonderful outliers. I think people are finally, repeat visitors especially, I think, are understanding that it's less about the music selection and more about the conversation, which it's taken like 20 videos to get there. But I think finally now when the guest comes in, yeah, no, you can skip those streams. Don't stress it. They're really for me anyway. Like, I just want an excuse to play Bloodborne and also have it be like work rather than playing it in my free time. So I was really thrilled with that. AMG is going really well. I have been turning down things that are like that Last War Survival ad just because, but apparently, Homelander just did one, so I don't feel too guilty anymore. You know, no raid Shadow Legends just yet, but I'm not going to say no to it. I'll put it that way. If I can somehow highlight the music of Raid Shadow Legends in a authentic and legitimate way, and I've listened to some and it's actually good. I mean, it's slop, but it's good. I think I will do that. I won't say no. It just has to be like the right price point. So that said, what else did I want to say about? No, AMG is good. Weirdly, I'm being sponsored by Genshin, so I will eventually have to hop on Genshin again, which is fine. I did not play a single gacha, really, all of August, which felt very good, honestly. Wuthering Waves update is next week, so I will be playing that, probably streaming it as well. You know, I have had a complicated relationship with the Genshin Impact fan base, especially the Chinese fan base, but that seems to be, those people still come out of the woodwork. But I think Black Myth Wukong sort of replaced that problem. And I didn't play Black Myth Wukong for that reason. However, it's been good because that is also obviously popular on the sites where I got a lot of that flack. Yeah, I haven't touched ZZZ. Or anything, so it's just been a little bit of Arknights and a little bit of Wuthering Waves. So I just don't have the time, and that's the other thing. So playing Guild Wars 2 and then hopping on to Black Myth Wukong and then also playing Halo, and also like playing other single player story games. I have to say they've really changed my perspective on games as a service. I'd love to start playing FGO, but I actually would be down with that. So, you know, like Metaphor coming out in a couple weeks. Like Metaphor is going to be my big October game besides Bloodborne. I'm going to play that into November. I'm really excited for the music of Metaphor. I think it could easily become music of the OST of the year for me. I'm really excited about that. What I've heard from the prologue demo is absolutely madness. Madness, like experimental. It's actually crazy. So I am... No, what? Don't fall into the Metaphor hole or the FGO hole. Well, I can tell you what, I need to finish Fate Samurai Remnant, which is like close enough. Yes, Gremlin, I have considered visiting low-populated dead MMOs. I would like to spend more time with Lord of the Rings Online because Chance was the composer. Ah, yes, Silent Hill Remake. Yes, that's absolutely on my to-do list for this year. And Dragon Age. So, you know, these are all games that I genuinely want to play because I feel like the music is going to be important. So I need to figure out how to structure the next couple months because it's going to be kind of rough. Again, a reason to reduce or remove the upper tier, you know, or keep the people that want to support that financially, but then stop doing requests. You know what I mean? What else? Dearsley and I played through Halo Combat Evolved yesterday. Holy shit, that game has not aged well at all. It is fun. It's fine. I really had to force myself to play through it. I was pretty bored for the first 3 hours. In fact, a couple times I actually fell asleep on camera. Like my eyes closed and I would die for random reasons. Hopefully my editor doesn't keep that in, but if he does, so be it. Yeah. As it progressed, about halfway point, it got fun, but I did not enjoy Halo Combat Evolved. And the way that I'm going to title that video is, I wish that I have to say, it's too long, but it's something like something like, I wish that I'd played Halo when it was in its prime or something. I wish that I'd played Halo Combat Evolved 20 years ago is what I'd probably title it, as a retrospective. Music's really interesting. I think Marty is a very interesting person and a complex person, but I have to say, musically, he's extremely interesting, and the synthesized music, it has a real like 80s 90s vibe to it that's like exceptional, that you don't hear in combat games. There was one moment near the end of the game, if you've never played it, I won't say anything about it, but my goodness, it's so impressive how we can get like just a choir while shooting guns. But it plays difficultly, and yeah, I do need to play Arts and Elico. In any case, what else? I think that's kind of it, honestly. Things have been very good. I'm down 7 pounds, so I've been counting my calories. Really, my goal for this year, obviously I celebrated my birthday on the 18th, but my goal is to lose 50 pounds this year. So, I'm not going to the gym right now. I'm not exercising or anything like that. I'm just avowed. I mean, I can, yeah. So I just hopped onto Monster Hunter World again. I've already finished. I basically do the whole 30 right now anyway. I'm probably putting it off the table because I know that I'm going to play Wilds anyway. So I just hopped in. I was in the Coral Highlands earlier today, but I'm going to bump it because I want to play 13 Sentinels, which I started playing again today. So now I'm on the third prologue of the long-haired dude. So that's the kind of plan. I think I'm going to, now that Black Myth Wukong's done, I'll play Bloodborne for like work time, and then I'm going to play 13 Sentinels on the side, and then I'm going to somehow connect it to the channel. So every game I play, I try to make a video for. Okay. And then I think that's it. I think that's all I have to report to you. I think things are pretty, we're just rolling. The channel's very healthy. I feel very good. It is a shame that they don't release on PC, because I would love to play it on my Ally. But I have a PlayStation Portal, so I guess I'll play it there. But yeah, I understand. We don't have too many tracks today. Really only 20, but genuinely, there's really not a lot to. It's not a lot today. We may not even go till 5. Hey Otaku! Civilization 7 comes out in February too. God, I can't keep up. I think I'll lean on you quite a bit here in the coming months for thematic videos. Please, please, please do feel encouraged to go ahead and use the Patreon. What's it called? Patreon. Discord. No. So, channel ideas. Please feel free to use the channel ideas and spam it. Please feel free to really, really lock in with those ideas and suggestions and things that you have. If you have thoughts or concerns or want me to take a look at something potentially, I think that would be interesting to also, if you would like me to, I can also, highlight that it was your idea. So just anything like that. Okay. I think I'm different than a lot of other creators because I actually take the community support and feedback a lot more than most, I would say. A lot of the stuff that gets made is really, at this point, is really derived from you and I. So it's your ideas. The Sonic video that I'm planning is going to be like listening to the 20 best Sonic songs ever made, right? And then that's you know what I mean? So your help is Yeah, I know. And I need to get back to doing like the music I heard for this month. That's what Rasputin does with his videos. But yeah, so anyway, all that to say, feel free to just like drop any and all channel ideas in that channel ideas tab. It's very helpful. And I would prefer it if you didn't do individual songs. Let's put it that way. Or if you do, feel free to put an individual song as a potential idea, and then please try to just connect it to something. Now, I'm not saying like I get all the glory for your ideas, because it should come from me. But what I'm saying is it's helpful for us to have a symbiotic, function, right? And because you are the investors, the people that support the channel, should the channel die, should something go terribly wrong, you're my safety net. It is important to me that you feel like your voice is being heard. So in any case, we're going to start up with Renshin, Ciel No Surge. Again, this is geometrics. No, genometrics. That's a great idea, Poison Zero. Because a lot of people have this thought about the Dark Souls, the Demon Souls soundtrack. So that actually is already a winning combo right there. So, yeah, should I vanish, someone will take over. Yeah, you have the keys. I don't think anybody has the keys except my editor. No, I don't even think my editor has the keys. Oh, God, what happens if I die? I don't know. Yes, scariest songs in video games. I think what I would do is I wouldn't rank them, but I would do listening to the scariest music ever written. And I would probably recycle some of the previous. You like how I randomly just thought about what happens if I die? It's crazy. Just classic. I will probably recycle some of the scarier themes that I've heard and then make a whole like list video. I won't rank it, but I will, and I'll probably do it with the lights down and stuff. You know what I mean? I'll make it like a real like vibe. The spookiest songs. Yeah. All right. But definitely leave that stuff in channel ideas. I'm actually going to start annoying you about that. Definitely use that. All right. I think that's it for me. Yeah, that's it for me. I've got nothing to report. Everything, we're just cruising, man. We're just getting older every day. And yeah, it's been weird. We've had some. Oh, Silly Billy. I'm not going to listen to it here because I am going to do a separate video for that, because I think that one is weird, because I think people are crazy about that song. So I'm actually going to do a separate video for Silly Billy. Renshin, also for your Honkai Star Rail video that I promised you, that's not going away. So let's make sure we'll get that done. Channel ideas is in the Discord. I have a plan for that video idea though. All right. Anyway, Genometrics from Ciel No Surge, a normal background music track. You should probably address how the Halloween stream is going to interact with the normal streams next month. Well, per every year, I get dressed up, spend money that I shouldn't on some random outfit, and then we will do a public scariest game music stream where we listen to scary stuff together, and then we all will have our own private Halloween stream as well. We're spooky music stream, if you will. I think that's probably all I would like to address about that, right? That seems reasonable. Yeah. All right. A normal background music track from Ciel No Surge plays in the hub room while you select which chapter of the story to visit. Also, one of the 55 tracks you can. Oh wow! You can set all of the tracks as the background music. 2 public, 1 public Halloween, 1 private. Yes. So why don't we do? I see what you're saying, Red Car. So we'll do two Halloween streams, One will be patron picks only. So we'll do fuck. So do we want to have a separate list? Because I think here last year, did we have a separate list in 23? No, I don't think so. We had a separate tab. I remember that. Oh yeah, Halloween 23. So let's do, oh shit. I don't want to overcomplicate this. Can we do one? Okay. Can we just do one half of the, it's your choice. Let's do it this way. Your choice on the same list. Okay. Further down, you either choose to submit one Halloween song or one regular song. So, because we have one public stream. So, kind of pick and choose your poison. Either it's one Halloween piece or it's one normal video game piece. Okay? Does that work? Or would you rather just have a big dumping ground for scary music? Which is actually helpful because then I could grab from it. So, I mean, it's up to... Did we really have only 24 tracks last year? What the fuck happened? How did we go from 24 to 150? Well, that was a specific thing. October last year, there were only 22 suggestions? And this, right now, there's 155. That's madness. But it's 2 each. What the fuck am I talking? I don't know. Anyway. Okay. It's because there's 2 each. Disregard. Let's do one public stream, one public Halloween stream, one private normal stream, and then one public Halloween stream. Hey, Daniel, how you doing, buddy? One public normal, one private normal, one public Patreon Halloween stream, one public Halloween stream. So 2 Halloween streams. Yeah, well, if the list keeps growing, we're going to have to make some sort of a change because... Yeah, I know. I want it to be fair and reasonable. So we need to start figuring out a contingency plan. Maybe Cram and maybe you and I can sit down. So, since I feel like you're in everything right now. We can sit down and take a look at how to optimize this for the future. And if anybody has any ideas for how to optimize it, you can put that in Patreon suggestions, I think it is. All right. Let's get started because we do have a bit of music that I want to... You get what I mean? So next Friday, public, not Halloween. Friday after is... I'll sort this out. We'll take care of it. Yeah, put it in Discord and then we can fine tune the list. But definitely let's do one list, not 2. So just split it down the middle and then we'll just add a column for each time. That way it's all concise in one place. I think that might be the best way to do it. And if you think of a better way, I'm gonna trust you to do it. Yeah, I know you. I know you already have one per person, so it's interesting. It's an interesting problem to have, and I'd like to make sure that we remedy it. All right, here we go. Genometrics. You know, it's an interesting soundscape, isn't it? I mean, right away, the soundscape is one of not bleakness, but there's a sort of like exasperation in that sound. That it's a really interesting sound. It's a really unique sound too, because it feels there's almost like an exposed quality to it. You know what I mean? That's really what the pitch and the tone is. But the instrument has a little bit of a tuning issue, which makes it really interesting. Oh, wow. That's so interesting how we shift from that real sort of disjointed, almost like not real, like not a real pitch center. And then we move into this middle, I would say 42 minutes. It's a 2-minute song. So at 42 minutes, 42 seconds, what we end up with is this soundscape that's very, very obviously virtuosic with the violin. This idea, there's an elegance in that sound, of course. I'm sure you can hear that. Some really nice vibration on the string there. There's a real emotional quality there as well. When we are vibrating on that string, it feels that vibrato is a very natural human sound. And so we end up getting this sensation of, I think humanity to a degree, right? Like, and it's a very simple thing, isn't it? And yet, I think it's pretty evocative, even just 4 notes. I think it's really important for us to always be paying attention. And this is really the scope of active listening. It's like, okay, so we have a very limited like soundscape. What can we pick up musically with, like, what clues can we gather so that we connect to the piece on the whole, right? How do we relate to it, both with the terms of the context, with the story, which it was intended for, and also how do we connect to it in our personal lives? Like, what about this moves us? And there's little things that we can borrow, like those 4 notes that I just sang, or that were played by the violin, that we can then take and use to feel more deeply, right? And that's the key thing here with active listening that I really want to start to emphasize in future videos, and also emphasize with you right now today, is that active listening is so vitally important. And the thing is that, like, you can do this for every single piece, right? There's nothing that stands in your way from listening to a piece and being moved by it or connecting to it in a deeper way. And I think that that's really powerful, because once we start to understand the musical clues, you don't need a YouTuber to tell you. You can do it yourself. It's very exciting. Oh, see, that's a really nice addition down here as well. Do you like how we get dum bum 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 bum? Underneath we get this mallet instrument. It sounds like a marimba or something, a bit of a warmer sound. And that it's interesting because we tend to hear these mallet instruments, they tend to be in the middle of the range, a little bit higher, and this one is lower. And so what we end up getting is a much warmer, woodier sound than we would get, say, if we just used a piano, which has a typical type of warmth that is very rich and very I think a little bit more percussive. Something that's really cool about that mallet instrument is that it almost, like, because of the way that the mallet is, there's a bit of and the actual instrument itself, because it's if I recall correctly, these types of instruments, they tend to basically have pipes going down the bottom, and so they vibrate. And if I recall, so the sound kind of radiates out and then comes up. And what's cool is that the sound is hollow, and the hollowness of that sound creates a sort of warmer and sort of wider texture than if it was just in the piano at the bottom. Do you hear what I mean? Let's rewind really quickly and just check this out. Are they here? And it's nice too, because once we get to this little section here, what ends up happening is we end up resolving. So we end up finally arriving at the do, if you will. If you think of solfege, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, right? So what we get is we get to the tonal center of this piece. We get to the center of the chord. And do, 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 what is it? It's do, do, right there. And then we're kind of spinning around it again, but we do... Oh, interesting. And then it fades out, right? But by resolving and by getting to an end point, what we end up doing is we have a naturally satisfying conclusion. A lot of times video game pieces don't end. They tend to, because of the looping structure, and because they're created with the sense that they should be expected to loop, what we end up losing out on is like a true definitive ending. And a definitive ending usually would just end on 1. If we're looking at chords, 1, 5, 4 are typically chords that are used, 1, 5, 1, right? So 1, or the do, the center chord, the home chord, is the chord that you would want to land on for a really satisfying conclusion. And interestingly enough, this was a very normal piece for Ciel No Surge. It was very relaxed. You know what I mean? It's interesting. So a marimba looks like this. And now, obviously, this is the... you can buy it for $3,000. Marimbas have these things at the bottom. I mean, this is the mallet instrument, really. And what's pretty cool about these is obviously they get bigger and smaller, and they all have different names and things. The glockenspiel, the I forget the other names, but obviously the xylophone, which we usually hear for kid stuff. But like the marimba is a really big instrument, and it has a genuinely nice $12,000. Has a nice warm sound to it, and these are where the sound sort of ends up coming. You'll see on YouTube someone will create like, it'll be like I played XYZ song on a homemade marimba, homemade marimba. Like it'll be like pipes, pipe marimba. Like people do crazy shit. Like this is the one that blew me away. I watched this a long time. This is 10 years old now. Oh, where is it? I forget. This wasn't the video. There was a video that I had seen, but like, listen to this.
Hey guys, this is my PVC pipe instrument.
God, YouTube 12 years ago.
So I hope you enjoy it.
Essentially functions like a normal marimba. Anyway, that was enticing. Man, YouTube from 12 years ago was such a different experience, wasn't it? I love this, but this is the kind of thing that it's very similar to this. This is the same style, but obviously just the professional version. I haven't seen Blue Man Group in concert, but I have seen their work, of course. And then obviously here, these are I don't know why it curves like this. Actually, this would be a really interesting question to ask a percussionist, because here, this is obviously the shorter, and this goes for our vocal cords too, by the way. Hi, Lenny. Also, something that's really interesting is that our vocal cords, as we go higher in pitch, they actually vibrate faster. And as we go lower in pitch, they actually vibrate slower. So our chords are going like this, right? If we're high, our chords are going like this. Much in the same way that higher notes, and again, I don't know why this does this, but you would think that it would just go higher and higher and higher. But obviously here, this is the higher pitches. And then as we get lower, these are going to sound much deeper. And part of that, I think, is probably because the sound has further to travel. The vibration is further to travel, and so it resonates out the bottom here, just like it does here. But it's a very interesting thing. Again, I don't know why this is, though. I'd be really curious to ask a percussionist about that. So, in any case, hello, Lenny. You done playing Dragon Wars or whatever you're playing? I was wondering where you were. I've been really intrigued to hear some RuneScape. Oh, no, let's go to Subnautica first. We're doing Turin.tier first. The water reflects and retracts the light of both the sun and the moon. They reveal both beauty and terror. Let's listen. And then we'll go to Gremlin. And I'll do RuneScape, I think, for that. So I find it interesting that we hear, I think the sound of the waves in the ocean water is obviously the whoo. You upgraded to Turandot? Oh. Okay. We'll disregard what I just said. We'll get to you next. Well, we were going to get to you next regardless. I didn't know. I did not see that actually. Then we need to, just before I keep going, you just need to highlight one of these green. So that I don't know who does this, but somebody needs to do this. Whoever, thank you for helping me with this. Whoever helps me with this. So interestingly, the first part of this, that is really that sound of that like placid water over the surface, right? Like that's the sound of ocean water, right? It has that feeling of like the waves are very chill. But then what we get is pum 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 pum. And that's that moon, right? That's the moon. That's the reflection of the moon on the water, right? Like that's kind of cool. Okay. Thank you. I didn't know. Highlight it regardless, Gremlin, just so and just do one next time. Or no, do two, but pick one. You know what I'm doing. It's fine. All right. Anyway, I'm getting confused by my own fucking tier list. Frazzled. See, and there's the terror, there's the horror, there's the fear of what lies beneath, because we have that richer sound quality and that darker sound quality. I think that to me is what would amplify the idea that something down here is just not good. Now, of course, you could also say that that's the sun or the moon, your choice, rising in the sky, right? There's also a possibility that that's the soundscape that would set that in question. Oh wow, nice, really nice, like lo-fi vibes. Really nice lo-fi vibes. And so this is also cool to me too, because what we end up having is a break in different ways. So we have one break that is one rhythmic break pattern, which is boom chum, boom pam, boom boom pam, and then we get the nice thing of the melody of that upper boom bum boom 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 boom, and that's got rhythm and it's got melody, of course. And obviously all of this, and we have to understand it, and we understand this as a very understanding and smart musicians, that music is rhythm and tempo and melody all conjoining together to create something that is music, right? We all know this. This is not news. You don't need me to tell you that. But I definitely feel that there's a nice quality here of both danger and beauty, right? And that's really the thing that makes, I think, Subnautica so interesting, is that in the first area, and I haven't played very much of it because thalassophobia, and also because I don't necessarily like these kinds of games, but there's always something lurking below the surface. And you know, when you first get there and you're just like scanning things, you're like, oh, this feels great. And then as you continue on, you're like, oh, I'm getting eaten by this random thing with a weird green head, you know, and then there's a giant cave here and I can't go down because I'm going to run out of oxygen. And all of those things I think are represented in this, obviously at night though. See, now we have another beat pattern in there, which is cool. See, and the really nice layering here, actually, because we're having a bunch of different things. Now we've actually just continuing to add different sections in it. boom, wow, boom, wow, boom, wow, boom, wow, boom, wow, boom, wow. I mean, don't get me wrong. I appreciate the the smaller track lengths for our purposes, but also I'm used to you all submitting like 6 to 7 to 8 minute tracks that like have a definitive build, and this is just short enough where I feel like I want more. You know, it's like when you get a little taste and you just thalassophobia, THALLAS, thalassa, PHOBIA, thalassophobia. The urge to watch this Resonator showcase for the Showkeeper. That's how you spell it, yeah. Redcar, or not Redcar, sorry. Avanyar, you guys have similar names. I showed our first singing to a world-famous soprano the other day, by the way. She thought it was quite beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with me. Of course, everybody, thank you as well. I just can't go a single stream without somehow praising Vanyar. But I did show that to somebody, and they were very moved by it. I thought it was a very good thing to show soprano. It was really nice, actually. It'll come out in like I think 3 episodes. But Christine Gerke, who's a world famous soprano, she and her daughter came on, and her daughter's like 18. And wanted to be on the show as well. And so we had a really fun conversation, 2 gamers sharing, and I also got to share something with, 2 ends of the spectrum, one a 56-year-old and one an 18-year-old, and how different their life experience was and their musical experiences were. It was really cool to have them on the channel individually together. Okay, so then let's do the RuneScape piece, because I would like to listen to some RuneScape here. RuneScape 3, Saradominists, been playing a lot of RS3 lately. I saw that someone had recommended RuneScape piece here as well. I'll throw my hat into the ring. I love this track so much. This track plays in the White Knight Castle's throne room in the city of Falador, where the god Saradomin sits. All right. So this is a very interesting start, isn't it? Because what we end up getting, I had a friend who literally gave himself RSI, hitting the top of the mining leaderboard of RuneScape over summer holiday while watching TV. What's RSI? Resting. Well, point is, what's really interesting to me about the beginning of this piece is that, and again, I stop a lot at beginnings because I think beginnings are really important. I think beginnings and endings are really, really pivotal to good storytelling musically. But when we start, what do we have? We have 2 things. We have a sharp rhythm, right? We have that, but it's juxtaposed with chant. And I find that is a very interesting juxtaposition because the chant is very legato. The chant is very connected. Legato meaning, repetitive stress or strain injury, right? Legato is all about sustain. And so the mixture of sharp rhythmic movement and sustain is very interesting, right? It's a very satisfying experience to hear that kind of a juxtaposition musically and sonorally together, right? It's very cool, and it indicates that like there's unrest, right? It indicates unrest naturally. Why does it indicate unrest? Why does it indicate unrest? I'm asking the class. You're like, I'm fucking working. Can you just answer? It indicates unrest because of the rhythm. The rhythm juxtaposed with the melody, with the chant, causes a sense of discomfort, slightly, right? Because the chant counterbalances that. It's pretty interesting. interesting. Ah. A little bit of electric guitar in there. That's pretty cool. That's a nice little blend there. This is very Catholic sounding, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, this reminds me very much of a descant. And a descant, when we are singing in a church choir, especially in Catholic churches specifically, and I've sung in my fair share of a Catholic mass or two for Easter and stuff. When you have a descant, what that means is that you usually a descant, in a 4-part harmony. So you've got bass, bass, tenors, alto, soprano. Usually what will happen is the first 3 verses are sung by everybody, right? The sopranos always have the melody anyway, and then, of course, the altos and the tenors have harmony, and then the bass is supporting the other 3 voices. But what's different in this particular case, and what's different in a descant, is that then the sopranos, a lex soprano, perhaps even a soloist, then takes over and sings a separate section that is different from what the other voices are singing. So we're not about harmony, we're about a soloist at that point. And what this reminds me of is that it reminds me of a descant where the person is doing their own thing while the others are still doing what they've been doing. And I find that that's very cool. Wow. So we have a little interlude here that's just based on really nice violin playing here, which almost feels like a moment of grace in a otherwise dangerous situation. A moment of contemplation, a moment of quiet reflection. Usually that will occur when something feels very different from what we've heard before. And in the case of this particular piece, Sarah Dominists, there was a section here that deviated from that standard chant, Gregorian chant, descant style. And what we're left with is this really contemplative sound, I think, that is a reflective moment of like, okay, well, is this what we're willing to do? Are we willing to go to battle and fight this conflict? And so then you have a response to that. And the response to that's actually more visceral in a very melodic and beautiful way, but it's in a dangerous and nefarious kind of way, because now we're really left with a chant, right? Now we really are exposed to a soundscape of danger, right? Do you hear how that's slightly different than what we heard over here? This really ends up becoming a sound of violence, but it's done sottovoce. And sottovoce in Italian means under the voice. It's basically like a whispered or almost spoken sound, a parlato sound style. And that is what triggers a visceral human response, because it's essentially a spoken outcry, but it's not an outcry actually. It's very internal, and it's very powerful, and it's rhythmic. And rhythm here with the text. And that's the other thing I'd like to point out about this piece is that when we're discussing rhythm, we have to discuss the idea of rhythm with text and rhythm with notes. And there's a big difference, because everything that we say, whatever language we say it in, by the way, whether it's French, German, Italian, Latin, English, Russian, whatever, everything has rhythm internally from a language perspective. And so there, what they're doing is they're accenting sa, ra, tu, right? So that's what makes it interesting. The rhythm is ba, 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 dum. That's the rhythm. But it's interesting because if you were to sit down and notate, which notating means to write the chords out and write the notes out on that we hear, you would actually end up hearing. You hear how that's actually essentially on a note. That's essentially a rhythm. Sa, ra. So, but it ends up the vowel is where we end up landing with the tone, with the note itself. But sa. So the of sa is actually coming before we land on the note. So it changes the rhythm slightly. Isn't that interesting? It's always really cool. And it's a really clear example of consonants using note space, and that how not all notes are created equal despite what they look like on the page. Really interesting idea musically to remove the remainder of the soundscape there and sort of have an a cappella section, which is a section that's not sung with any underscoring, any notes underneath. And what we're left with is sorry, I woke up at 4:30. I couldn't go back to bed. I woke up, remembered that I had to tell my editor something, and then I just couldn't go back to sleep. That's my life. But all that to say, I find it very interesting that's a very interesting and intense thematic. How many times can I say interesting? But it's a very interesting thematic idea to remove stuff. It's pretty cool. In any case, that was very enjoyable. Thank you for that, Gremlin. Really appreciated that. All right, now we're gonna dive into the regular non-turn.tier requests. And so like always, I'll just be listening to these, have comments, not have comments, just enjoy them, really vibe with them. We saved Suikoden for the private stream. The opening Suikoden's first side game features the same animation as Suikoden 3's opening, so for copyright reasons I'm also including the link. As the animation removed, but includes the whole soundtrack. Song ends at 2:02. Let's do that one because I'm pretty sure that was what messed me up last time as well. Here. Nice little mandolin in there, isn't it? Wow. Great stuff in there. I mean, what an interesting use of the fiddle. As you saw me look up, I mean, it's the violin, but the fiddling is really in there. It does have a sort of Celtic sound to it, ever so slightly. I also felt that the singing was really nice. I mean, it was just all around like a really just feel good piece. I didn't expect to have actual lyrics in there, but it was cool to really feel like, you know, moving. It was nice. It was nice. Okay, next up is Monster Hunter Frontier G. I'm going to listen to 10,000 Shredding Blades of Silver. I don't think I want to watch the gameplay because it will influence me. Is that piano? Yeah, it is. Boom, bing. Wow. Boom, ba-dum. Yeah, bump, yum, bump, bump, yeah, bump, yum, bump, 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 yum, bump, yeah, bump, bump. Wow. Huh. Beep it up, 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 be There's so many interesting aspects of this that I really enjoyed. I mean, for one, the piano was really terrific, and there's a frenetic energy in that really is for an elder dragon, it's kind of interesting. I do want to kind of look at what it looks like, but I want to save it just in case I choose to do like focus on Monster Hunter G's music, because Frontier G, because there's a bunch of stuff in here that I really like. There's a lot of obviously sharp movement, but the real like tell that this is special. I didn't necessarily feel like the orchestrated part was anything crazy or original, but the piano was really, really fun, and I think the piano really provides a sense of like movement. And then we have to like get going, and then there's a bit of a tug of war, a bit of a push and pull, but mostly it really does feel frenetic and chaotic, which is really cool. I really enjoyed that piece, especially when it sounded like I think it was some brass instrument. It ends up doubling the piano, and the sound quality is extremely interesting. You have Little Caesars. Wow, that sounds amazing. I actually, hold on one second. 850. Hold on one sec. I need to adjust something because I would like some cookies and coffee. Chipotle. We're getting Chipotle for dinner, so I have to put it into my Chipotle. 850. Yes. One sec. Oops. Yeah. Okay. And then. Oh shit. Okay. Would you guys be opposed if I went and made some coffee with some lady fingers? Chaos Rings 3, to continue from the last Chaos Rings song that you liked. Man, this is so crazy epic. So much emphasis here. It's obviously like a giant storm situation, or there's like a storm somewhere. Excuse you, Letty. I love the isolated choir in here. He did highlight that. I thought I clicked it. I clicked the wrong one. Oh, I like this so much more. Damn, I guess I am old because I just made that mistake. What language is that? It's Italian. Forgotten Con. What the hell? Fuck, I love this. What are they saying? God, that's so beautiful. Oh my God, I loved that piece so much. What the hell is Chaos Rings? And why are there 3 of them? Oh my God, that's so good. Oh, I loved that. Okay, let's take a 5-minute break and go get a coffee with some ladyfingers. Ladyfingers are a cookie, just in case you're confused or weirded out. Give me about 5 minutes. I have to brew it. Be right back. Okay. Alrighty. Got my cookies. Got my coffee. Where'd we leave off? We left off of Crammon. I'm going to do the Wind Waker because I've never played it. I do have it ready. Okay, when the day comes that I'm ready to play it. I'm really excited to hear some Wind Waker because I actually don't know very much about this soundtrack. So. Oh, that's awesome. Seems like it would be a loop. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Thank you for sending that over. It makes me want to play Wind Waker even more. I feel like Wind Waker is like probably one of the best Zelda games, and I just don't know it. I really want to play it. Tomb Raider Legend. Menu and Anthem of Tomb Raider. Oh, that's right. This is the. I played this. It's a long Zelda piece. But I love the depth in here. Whoa. Sounds like they said Ave Maria, which would be very interesting. liked that. God, the chanting especially was so satisfying to listen to. It's so beautiful. Is that Arabic maybe? Very pretty. Very pretty. Oh, Wild Frost. Oh man, I've been playing this a lot because of you, so thank you. Lost but not forgotten. But I don't know where these play because how many hours do I have in Wild Frost now? When does this play? Oh, 83 minutes. Yeah, I mean, rounds are short. Wow, that's... When does that play in this game? That seems very deep for such a silly, lovely card game. To be fair, I've never made it past round 2. I always die. Must be like... God. It's a great game. I just don't understand why this song plays. This is game over? Using the main menu's theme in the game over's theme. Oh, it's the game over theme. God, that's stupid. That's so pretty. Oh, Eco. You were there. Wow, Eco. I haven't thought about Eco in a long time. That's Wild Frost, Trapped Spirits. Wow. Man, PS3, man. See you, red car. I love the children's choir in there. It's so nice. It's PS2? Oh, shit. can definitely get a PS2. That PS3 has a lot of different PS2 games on it, by the way. But I won't. It's not the right time. Ivy, did you finish all of Kingdom Hearts? Honestly, I should do a whole episode about the music that we're losing. You make a really good point about the amount of genuinely good, well rated games that we're just losing to tech decay. It's a significant thought right there, and deeply depressing. So I actually would like to, really start highlighting the tracks that we're losing, so that hopefully, it's in a place, The Spirit Guide with the Melodies of Water from Tales of Zestiria. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, pretty. Wow. God, that's beautiful. How is this in a video game? That's crazy. What's the difference between this and Franz Liszt? Besides not being composed by Franz Liszt, I just see no difference. That's terrific. I mean, beautiful writing there. It's so virtuosic. God, that's incredible. The Trial of Water, and it's all piano. Very curious. God, that's so cool. This is classical music. And it's real instruments. It's gotta be anyway. Goshina, no kidding. No way that's synthesized. That's real. I don't think you could even like VST this. I think this is too virtuosic. Or maybe it is. No, it's not. Wow. 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 That is so wonderful. That's crazy good. Oh my goodness. Tsukihime remake. The original Tsukihime put type Moon. The people who ended up plays cool. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, it's a valid idea to start highlighting composers on the channel as well. It's definitely something I've thought about as well. Starting to do selected works by composers. what a lovely piece. Wow. I actually don't. I don't have a lot of words. I mean, there's stuff that we could pick up and discuss, but it's really beautiful. It's very haunting and very such a somber quality, especially when we have that da 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 ya da 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 ya, a bit of dissonance there as we go flat. We go diminished, and and use that. We remove ourselves from the chord structure, and yeah, it's a really nice piece. Really nice piece. Definitely gave you vibes. I really appreciated that piece. Corvo, Trials Fusion. Welcome to the future. Imagine sci-fi lives, hookies, synth arpeggios, operatic voices. The composer of Alan Wake. Huh? What? Wait, the Trials games are on sale? But do you have to use the... I think they're gonna... Are they gonna get rid of the Ubisoft launcher? Because I have an account alert, no? Welcome to the future. I really like games like this. I actually really like... Real Rising. Is it Ubisoft? Yes. Ooh, Conan Exiles is fun. If you're into that stuff, it's awesome. Ooh, Dark Pit. This is famous. Yeah, Shut up. This is such my, like, soundscape. I love this style of music. Ubisoft's biggest mistake was creating a separate launcher for their games. What the fuck? That looks so entertaining. I can't believe this is in Kid Icarus. Sure. Wow, that, like, I'm shocked by that. That was so much fun. EV's Mansion from Nuclear Throne? What's this? Pet Fish rap about the unspeakable violence we do for loot? What?
It's the dead body looting, mutant shooting, Venus youth and rooting, tooting, Luger toting, Ruger loading, bullet throwing, way too long, Renee holding, triangle in my mango, your weapon to rap, flash color coded clips in an RPG hat, baby blue ammo, turn red when it claps, shoot your face in the back, get a cadaver slap, where the level boss at, I wanna click, clack, chip out, click, clack that, see him shoot him, skin him, where I mount him on the wall, for completely armor plated, I'ma shoot it in the mall, and like a black hole, a vulture fly. You violently challenge, your things don't cock, your things get shot, your party stop. When I roll up Team Wolfing on the ambulance top, this ain't no game, ain't never been no show, and I'll gladly gun down the oldest lady you know. I don't need no brands, I don't need no phone, just a bag of 7 head in my nuclear throne. Me no believe in trends, me no believe in Ganum. All me believe in is a nuclear throne. I don't need no bread, I don't need no home, just everybody dead in my nuclear throne. They kill you all alone. They kill you in the face for my nuclear drone. believe in consume. All she be believing is a nuclear drone. Now this old bread, now this old just day by day in my nuclear drone. We kill you in the nowhere, we kill you all alone. We kill you in the face for my nuclear drone. Travel don't wanna, you make gun down your mama. We beef up until a llama, dog donkey zebra piranha. The right giraffe up on top and got your heart on matata. Who are beside the guy who got the house made of the shwaba gangana? Shoot you in the morning, get your blood on her eggs. Shoot you in the hand, head, face, chest, neck, legs. At Christmas hands are gonna got him hide on a tree. Jump at me, gun and down your fat family. Don't spell a good time to me. It's M-U-R-G, or N-O-N-S-T-O-P. You don't wanna be. That booty, a shooty, better than movie to me. A down and a cookie, hot like the Huxtable Rudy. I don't need no brands, I don't need no phone. Just a bag of 7 head and my nuclear throne. Me don't believe in trends, me don't believe in Ganum. All me believe in is a nuclear drone. I don't need no bread, I don't need no home. Just day by day in my nuclear throne. We kill you in a nowhere, we kill you all alone. We kill you in the face for my nuclear drone. I don't need no brands, I don't need no phone. Just a bag of 7 head in my nuclear throne. Me don't believe in trends, me don't believe in Ganum. All me believe in is a nuclear drone. I don't need no bread, I don't need no home. Just day by day in my nuclear throne. We kill you in a nowhere, we kill you all alone. We kill you in the face for my nuclear drone.
What the fuck was that? I have no idea what I just listened to. That is crazy. What? What? I'm intrigued. That's wild. Thank you for sharing that. Danganronpa 2, of course. When the group leader is the most excited, I know is buying it. Miss Monomi's practice lesson. thank you. Thank you for sharing that with me. That is crazy. Both of those after another is madness. Thank you. It was very interesting. Huh. I like the sending stuff here. I just love this choir thing. It's so interesting because you hear this in Halo too. It's interesting how this. It's an original thing. I mean, we've been doing it way before Halo, but. I do enjoy the cybernetic flair of this. Bodo. The horns represent danger. Yeah. We do end up like so heroic though, don't we? We do end up in that heroic soundscape, which is nice. I mean, I'm not like crazy about this soundtrack. I think it's fine. It feels a little generic, if I'm honest with you, but I know it's not because like, I mean, I hate the word generic because I think it's not really fair because, you know, composers are doing what it just feels like it's like almost like on the nose. Like it doesn't feel deep. I think that's what I mean. I think I don't feel like there's a lot of depth to it. It's not to say it's bad. I do like it. I like its musical soundscape and landscape, but it feels a little bit amorphous to me at times. The stuff that we've been listening to, but you know, you keep sharing it though, because I don't mind. But it's interesting how certain sound can I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's cool. I enjoy everything, even the crazy stuff like Danganronpa and Nuclear Throne. That's wild. That's so much fun, you know? Walk in the Dust, the lobby theme for Cal Sit's event that I feel perfectly captures the long journey. Yeah, I'd love to listen to this. That's the wrong one. That doesn't sound like a long journey at all. There you go. Oh, orchestral version of a mutable? Nice. Oh yeah, I hear it. I do hear that. You're right. I love the somber quality in that so much. It's so nice. What a beautiful lick. You know, I genuinely really enjoy Arknights. Although, you know, Luna, it's funny, or whoever is in here that likes Arknights, I sort of shot myself in the foot a little bit because reading streams are really not fun. And I really enjoy like Arknights, and I really enjoy playing it, but it does it's tough. I almost feel like it's a rock and a hard place because I enjoy streaming it. I feel like the people that come and watch enjoy watching it. But what ends up happening is that I actually get very tired playing it on stream because it just doesn't feel so. Like, I'm at the end of chapter 5 and don't get me wrong, there so many things have actually been really helpful by streaming it, and I feel like I've learned a lot about the game systems and mechanics because of streaming it. But I started playing Arknights because it was like a me game that I could just like play casually, and by turning it into like a work thing, it's sort of not stunted my progress or anything like that, but just like I feel like, oh, now I can't go to chapter 6 because I have to stream it because it's the Frost Nova arc. You know what I mean? So that's kind of a bummer. I think what I might do is just like play it, read it the speed I read, and then just like upload it. But I also like to play it on my iPad, like in bed. You know what I mean? So it's a tricky thing about Arknights. And the reason I started playing it not for the sake of streaming it, I started playing it because I promised myself I would never stream Arknights because I didn't think the tower defense I would be good at. I just really like it, and I feel like I've had to take a step back on it because I just can't bring myself to, because gacha games tend to be side games for me anyway. And so like, I just can't really, I don't really feel like sitting down and playing 4 hours of it in a row, because there's like other things that I want to prioritize during the day. You know what I mean? So that's the one thing about Arknights that I'm kind of bummed about, is that like, I mean, it's fine. The fan base is okay and they understand, but it's like, I don't want to feel like I'm in a rush to like get the events, like even the Rainbow Six event that's been going on right now. Like, I haven't done it. I haven't had time, and it's okay if I miss it. I don't want to miss it because I enjoy Rainbow Six, obviously, but like, I'm not dying to I don't know. Ever since I played Guild Wars 2 and Black Myth Wukong, my like whole perception of gacha as a like a game device and like the systems in place within gacha games has sort of shifted. And I really don't find myself like drawn to them. I almost feel like I've like unbound the shackles of the FOMO that I think I actually got caught up in and I didn't realize it. Who do I main in R6? Probably Sledge, Frost, Ace, and Jaeger sometimes, but mostly Frost. I almost always main Frost. And I almost always will play as Buck or Sledge. Yeah, that's usually who I end up playing. I also like what's her name? She does the things that then when someone walks by they fall over. Oh shoot, I can't remember her name. DJ Advanced Wars Days of Ruin. This is from an old game, so no audio is going to sound crispy. Main character theme from an old DS turn-based strategy game. Yes, of course, Advanced Wars. Isn't this getting a reboot? Oh no, this is yeah, thanks, Vanya. All right, I think so too. Nomad, yep. Man, what an intense track. It's like all about like getting it done. I like that. Wait, is it Advance Wars? I think that's the one that's something's getting remastered for a P, but those for DS. No. Advance Wars already had. It's I can't remember. Axiom Verge. Really, you don't hear about this very frequently. The song freaked you out. All right, let's listen. Speaking of Friday Night Funkin', I actually tried it the other day. Shit's hard. There's no difficulty slider. This song freaked you out? Context? I can see that. Right. Beep beep boop. Beep boop boop. Beep boop boop. Beep boop boop. I like the alarm in the background. Increases in volume. Man, that synthetic is actually like pressing against my ears. Kind of funny. Okay, I'm going to save Silly Billy because I want to listen to that on my own. I'll do a video on it. You know what's crazy about that, actually? Silly Billy. Lion Mite. So, DWA did this, and that's insane. 1 million views in 3 months? What the fuck? So, he did Silly Billy, but then Tony gets 239 3 months ago. That's fucking wild. Oh, because I think he did a cover of it. I remember him posting that this Silly Billy video did. See you, Vanyar? This Silly Billy video, he did it like the first day. It had 100,000 views, and I like that's preposterous to me. Like, that's mind blowing. This is fucking crazy. 1 million views in 3 months. That is insane for him. Speaking of which, I think that might be his most popular video. Oh no, of course the Undertale stuff is. He came out like 8 years ago. I'm shocked that Left 4 Dead is that popular too. 947,000 in 6 months. That's insane. It's a great channel, by the way. You should check it out. Yeah, he's so good at what he does. I think he's a really, really good. He's a great person, and he's a really, really just very talented musician. And yeah, that reminds me, I absolutely need to listen to some what's it called? Team Fortress 2 music. Let's do Tales of Abyss. Meaning of Birth. No. Shoot, I really should. I Megalovania I did. What's Tales of Abyss? Tales of Abyss. Oh. Huh? Tales of Abyss. Oh. It's universally loved? Hell yeah. I love that flute. Nice. That was so fun. I really enjoy the energy in that, especially now that we've been listening to a bunch of tracks, stuff like that. Really, just like, oh, Reverse 1999. I'm surprised to see this here. Polar Night. Oh, Reverse 1999 is very good.